How do I prepare my executives or VIPs for an interview with the media? Keep in mind that you may not have as much time to prepare them for an interview as you'd like. Also consider that there's only so much a spokesperson can retain and recall during an interview, so it's important to be as streamlined as possible and provide information as bullets and notes, and preferably in a template versus long form paragraphs. Now, with that said, here are a few steps you can take to prepare so that you can then prepare your executive for an interview with the media. The first is know your message. You want to clearly articulate the key points that you want to get across during the interview and have them organized in a concise and compelling way. You also want to research the outlet and the interviewer. You'll want to familiarize yourself with the media outlet and the journalist who will be interviewing you. And this will help you tailor your message and anticipate potential questions. And you'll want to add those as notes to your document, to your template. The next thing is to prepare for common questions. So think about the types of questions that you might be asked. You can certainly ask for questions in advance and then create simple bulleted responses. It's also a good idea to have a list of key points or talking points that you want to make sure to cover during the interview. And these can be messages about, for example, your company values or important initiatives that are really important through the next few quarters for your company. The next step is to practice. Now, if you can get time to practice with your VIP, and hopefully you can prepare everything in advance, and then you can walk them through the questions and answers that you prepared. And this will give them an opportunity to get comfortable with the format and to practice delivering their message effectively. And I highly recommend that you record these practice sessions if possible, because it's a great way to utilize that time, the executive, or you can play them back and make any notes that you need. Step number 5 is to remind them to be themselves. So it is important to be authentic and genuine during an interview. And when the lights come on and the camera's rolling, sometimes all of us tend to tense up a little bit. So remind them, relax, remember to be who they are. And again, bullet points over a rehearsed script. Charisma is a combination of competence, where you can articulate your points very clearly and confidently, but then also layer in warmth. The next thing is to dress appropriately. Now, consider the tone and the audience of the outlet and include those as notes so that your executive, your VIP, knows how to dress. And remind them it's better to be slightly overdressed than underdressed. And then finally, follow up. The best way to support a journalist or editor or producer is to provide additional resources that support the story that they're creating. And it's a great way to ingratiate yourself to them and hopefully become a go-to thought leader for them in future stories. Now, we have a whole training that does a deep dive on preparing to meet the media, and I'll drop a link to where you can find that.